How's it doing, guys? Hayden of Everything here, and today we're doing another video. Today's video will probably be a more edited video, much in the style of other YouTubers such as SaberSpark, or Guardian, and other YouTubers that mostly use backgrounds. But today, we're discussing a pretty popular theory that is practically actually accepted. It's not a creepypasta, an urban legend, or one of those rumors, and it's basically that Master of Puppets is the hardest Metallica song. But obviously, it's not. Master of Puppets, I can practically guarantee you, is not the hardest Metallica song, when taking into account other things than its quick BPM and downpicking. Now, the main problem with this is that most people don't compare it to any other Metallica songs like, say, Blackened or Battery, or even The Four Horsemen for that matter. But today's video will be focused on Blackened. And this is basically going to challenge anybody who still, after this video, believes that Master of Puppets is the hardest to come up with their evidence on how Master of Puppets is indeed harder than Blackened. I will leave in the description basically telling anybody the counting I did for both songs. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the accounting I did is the speed in its quickest part, its speed in its slowest part, and if it uses downpicking very frequently, if how many strings the riff is circled around, the most used time signature, and any special techniques used in recording that can make it difficult. So first, let's focus on Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets is 212 beats per minute, and which definitely is very quick. And in its slowest part, I believe it's like 108 beats per minute. It uses downpicking pretty frequently, even though the riff, other than the spider riff, is practically circled around just the E string. It's mostly in 4/4 timing, and its specialty is arpeggios, I guess. Because the slow part makes heavy usage of arpeggios, so I guess that gives it a bit of a trick, as most people would think to put that they would have to learn how to do an arpeggio when playing a song. So yeah, there's Master of Puppets. And then we have Blackened. We're comparing each of these to the stats of Master of Puppets. At its fastest, Blackened is 182 beats per minute. This time signature is most used in Kirk Hammett, in the second part of Kirk Hammett's solo, and during the riff. But even though Master of Puppets is 212 beats per minute, but since Master of Puppets is, after all, such much faster, I have to give it the point for this one. Then in its slow signature, Blackened is 128 beats per minute. Still slightly faster than the average pop song, but even more, that's 20 beats per minute more than the slow variation of Master of Puppets, so I have to give Blackened the tick for this one. So now we're both equaled out, and we're going to be equaled out for just maybe one bit longer, as both songs frequently use downpicking. However, I'm probably going to give the point to Blackened, because unless you want the timbre to be absolutely messed up, you will have to still use different strings, practically an alternation of the E and A string, in which we will get to later. But for the sake of non-bias, I will give them both the point. And then we have Master of Puppets and Blackened. The riff in Master of Puppets is circled around one string, while the riff is circled around two strings in Blackened. So we have to give this next point, again, to Blackened. And this is where it seriously gets down to Blackened. The song Blackened literally is throughout the entire song in some kind of weird time signature with a random number between 1 and 7 over 4. Song starts off in 4/4 time, then as soon as the riff kicks in, it hits 7/4. Then the time signatures kind of hit the fan from there with 5/4 timing, 6/4 timing. Yeah, the list goes on. So, of course, since Master of Puppets only has a few occasional bursts that are easily to detect of 21 and 32, we have to give the point to Blackened. And then we have Blackened's special technique used at the very beginning of the song, in which is reversed guitar. Now, of course, meaning that you have to act, if you were to indeed record the song in its best way, you would have to first play the tab you found off the internet of Blackened, probably using Songster, and then proceed to literally reverse the tab somehow, and then proceed to play that tab, and then reverse that, and then proceed through the rest of the song. But of course, since arpeggios can be done easily and you don't need any fancy techniques, I will give the point to the reverse guitar. Now, this does seem a little bit biased, but I can tell you that from these results already, it's pretty obvious that Blackened is truly harder than Master of Puppets. The only thing Master of Puppets really trumps Blackened in is its fastest time, which is 212 beats per minute. And Blackened utilizes practically perfectly and frequently still 128 beats per minute, which is 30 beats per minute slower than Master of Puppets, but gosh dang it, does the auditory illusion hit you, as you may be hitting Master of Puppets like, you're probably going to be hitting Blackened like practically twice as fast as it's supposed to be. And even in its slowest timing, Master of Puppets is only... While Blackened... That's actually Blackened's, though. This is Master of Puppets. And Blackened is... I like how I'm counting these beats with my pen. But anyway, Master of Puppets, for some reason, only gets, in the end, 2 points. While Blackened, however, gets 5 points. Thus, it is obvious that from a 2-5 victory, the visitor, Blackened, wins. That's right. Probably an unexpected one, but then again, also probably an expected one, because after all, this video is called How Master of Puppets is Not the Hardest Metallica Song. Yeah, I basically proved to you my opinion, even though you probably will take into effect more different things. So, like, instead of using the most frequent time signature, you would use the weirdest time signature, which would definitely change the score to like 3-4. And somebody could also possibly just give the point to Master of Puppets, thus making it 3-3. And just considering arpeggios oh so difficult, with providing it 4-2, thus practically giving Master of Puppets the win, but this is just my opinion, which for some reason I think is supreme. But, hey, thanks for watching this quick video. Hope it actually told you to stay away from the status quo mostly. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.